Hey there, I'm Kaylin, and today I'm going to cover the very basics of Dreamweaver. This tutorial is part of a series where we take a look at Dreamweaver from a beginner's perspective. Go ahead and open Dreamweaver. If you don't have the program, Adobe offers a 30-day free trial on their website, www.adobe.com. So the Dreamweaver interface will look familiar to anyone who's dabbled in Adobe products before. But we're going to approach this from the point of view of someone who's just getting started with Dreamweaver for the first time. So this is what you're going to see when you open up Dreamweaver. Now, like a lot of different Adobe products, there's usually 3 or 4 different ways to accomplish the same task, so don't feel overwhelmed by the interface. There's a lot of menus up here at the top, buttons, and other things you can get into. You're not going to need to learn every nook and cranny of Dreamweaver to be a proficient web designer. Different people have different workflows that they like to use, so Dreamweaver caters to that. For example, you can open up a new HTML document right here on our display window, or you can go up to File, New, or Control-N, Command-N on a Mac, and then you'll see right here under page type it says HTML. So we're going to go ahead and start out our HTML document. Make sure it's highlighted here and then go down here where it says Create. Alrighty. So here's our work area. Before I begin explaining anything, I want to make sure we're all more or less on the same layout in Dreamweaver. So go up here into your Windows drop-down menu, go down to where you see Workspace Layout, and make sure that Classic is checked. Now Dreamweaver likes to split the work area between Code View and Design View. I'm currently operating on Dreamweaver CS5, so Code View is here on the left and Design is on the right. If you're using an earlier version of Dreamweaver though, your Code View would be placed at the top with your Design View at the bottom. The Code View is where we're going to input our code, obviously. The Design panel shows what we're actually going to see on the screen when the site is live. So all the HTML over here is behind the scenes and will be invisible inside people's web browsers. If you've used any HTML before, you'll recognize this over here. It's a basic HTML structure that Dreamweaver has automatically generated for us. Now this is an XHTML transitional document, which is ideal for working with cascading style sheets and modern web design techniques. Now we can either switch to Code View, where we work in HTML and it's much like a text editor, or straight Design View that works a lot like your word processor, something like Microsoft Word. Now it's good when you're getting started in web design to work in split screen view right here, because when you type things out in the Design panel, hello world, over here in the Code panel we can actually see where it's being typed into the code. So when I come over here and I hit Enter, right here in the Design panel, over in my Code View it's actually wrapping what's called paragraph tags around the text that I just typed in. Now what are tags, you ask? Well, HTML works in a very simple, very logical format. It reads like you do from top to bottom and left to right. What's important to remember is HTML is written with normal old text. What you use to set certain sections apart as headings, subtitles, bold text, underlined text, etc. is a series of what we call tags. Tags basically tell your browser how to display your text. All tag formats are the same. They begin with a less than sign, as you can see right here, and end with a greater than sign at the end. And they have an opening, which is this one right here, and a closing tag with a /. Always. No exceptions. What goes inside this area right here is the actual tag itself. Now let's give you a quick example. Say I wanted to make the word world here bold. Alright, I would go into my code view and insert an opening tag, open, B, right before world, and right before the period I would insert my closing tag. Always close your tags. Always, 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 always. I cannot stress this enough. Close your tags. Now we go click on the design view, and there we have it. The word world is now bold. Now you may be asking what this and NBSP is enclosed in the paragraph tags right here. And NBSP is used to represent a non-breaking space. It is essentially a standard space, the primary difference being that a browser should not break or wrap a line of text at the point that this and NBSP occupies. Moving on. Now if I go into design view and select my text here, at the bottom of the screen I have my properties inspector where I can start setting the properties for this piece of text. So right now it's a paragraph and has paragraph tags wrapped around it. If I wanted to change the format of this from a paragraph to say a first level heading, it will change it in the design view and in the code view. So let's go ahead and do that. Heading 1. And we can see it changed it from paragraph tags here to H1 tags, first level heading tags. So working in the split screen view is a good way to begin learning HTML. You don't need to have it all memorized, but as you begin to get more familiar with the tags and what they do, you'll be able to do more with your documents. And certainly when we get into working more with cascading style sheets, it's helpful to be aware of which HTML tags are being used on the page, so that way we can apply the correct cascading style sheet settings for that specific piece of text. Let's play around a little more with your properties inspector. Go into design view, which is again like your standard Microsoft Word, and just type a couple random words here and there. Alrighty, and we're just going to do a couple things to this. We'll go ahead and grab this word, and right here we have an unordered list option. Click on that and it creates a little bulletin for us, and we can write out list items. Grab words and we can actually go right down here and put them in an order list, which puts them numerically. And there's just all kinds of little things that you can do using the property inspector alone. Italicize, bold. See here it actually considers bold strong, and whereas up here we used, where'd it go? Here it is. We use the B tags. Again, Adobe can accomplish the same task a multitude of ways. And this about sums it up for this tutorial. This is just a really basic, easy introduction. We're going to dive a little deeper in our next tutorials. But thank you all and have a great day. Bye.